The timer has started. I'm Kalen Carpenter. He's Brandon Carpenter. We are doing ag shorts in under 5 minutes. The question today is, what are livestock brands and why do we use a hot iron? Go.
Livestock brands are a unique identifier, and it is a configuration of 1, 2, or 3 characters, depending on what the state demands. Or like ours is a what's sitting behind you on in your background is the Hashknife, which is a symbol brand, but it's put together with 2 irons. Very desirable, very valuable brand, and the state of Montana does not want us to have it. They have refused to allow us to put that on other locations of animals. It's the only one in the state in one location. But it basically is a sign or a stamp, trademark, if you wish, to call it that goes on an animal that uniquely identifies ownership for us. And you can do that in either a hot brand, which we get that iron hot to kind of a rose red color and apply it to this hide on a left rib on cows and a left shoulder on horses. And the whole idea is that you burn the hide just enough that it causes a little bit of a scar, burns the hide enough that it will heal, dries out, peels off, and then hair grows back in its place and disrupts that hair pattern so that it has a pattern of whatever you put onto it. So, we've got the Hashknife, and there's a number of other brands. You've got a brand, the Lazy 9 hanging sticks. Your brother's got the U Crazy V connected on the lower right. He's also got the Z hanging V. Your mother's got 2 standing quarter circles. We call it the overstep. She's got the L reverse hanging C. What else have we got? I think that about covers it.
That's it. But
yeah.
Then we also associate with the hay hook, which is Grandma's brand,
yep.
Which is a Lazy U inverted T.
Yeah, an inverted T with a lazy U on top. Yeah, read it left to right, top to bottom. Yeah. So,
but why do we use hot irons instead of freeze irons? Because freeze irons are becoming more a thing where you use dry ice essentially to you take the hide, you either scrape it, shave it, or close cut it away, and then you just apply really cold iron, and then it creates a white brand in the hair follicles where it essentially scars the hair follicle instead of the skin. So why do we do hot iron instead of freeze iron?
Yeah, well, in a freeze brand, it doesn't scar, but what it does is it stops the production of the hair pigment in those hair follicles that it's been applied to. But your description alone should tell you why we don't use a freeze brand on cattle. The time that it takes is a while, and you got to use either liquid nitrogen or dry ice. Usually liquid nitrogen, I think, is how it does, and you have to apply it and hold it there
for a while.
For a bit. It takes some time. For horses, you could do that, and there's no reason not to, other than some people will actually have a vet do it, where they anesthetize the animals, just kind of make them groggy so they stand there nice and quiet, or anesthetize the area. I mean, it's a preference thing, but for us, it is about the speed in what it takes to do it. When you're running a bunch of cattle through at branding time, it would take forever to put a freeze brand on it. Not forever, but it sure lengthens the time what you would do compared to a hot iron. And you know what? There's a little bit something about tradition and the smell of burning hair on a cow or a calf.